I never thought I'd be posting here, but I need to get this off my chest. This is Once Loyal, and you're not gonna believe what just happened. I'm Daniel, 31, and my fiancée Kelsey, 28. We've been together for 3 years, engaged for 1. I run my own food truck business that I built from scratch. It's not glamorous, but it's successful enough that I could afford to give Kelsey the big wedding she always wanted. About $75,000 all in. Yeah, I know that's crazy money, but I've been saving for years and she was worth it. Or so I thought. Last Saturday we had a barbecue at our place. Nothing fancy, just some friends hanging out in the backyard. I was manning the grill when I ran inside to grab more beer from the garage fridge. That's when I heard them through the kitchen window. Kelsey and her 2 best friends, Paisley and Isabella, sitting at the patio table right below. God, I can't wait to be done with all this, Kelsey was saying. The food truck thing was cute at first, but imagine telling people your husband runs a roach coach for a living. They all laughed. At least he's paying for the whole wedding, Paisley said. That's something. Yeah, and he's not completely horrible to look at, Isabella added. But what's the long-term plan here? Kelsey's voice got lower, but I could still hear every word. He's just a stepping stone. Honestly, once the wedding's paid for and everything's done, I'll give it a year max. My cousin's a divorce lawyer. She says I could probably get decent alimony since he owns his own business. More giggling. You're so bad, Paisley squealed. But smart bad. Did you see his face when you picked that $6,000 dress? Oh my God, yes, Isabella chimed in. He looked like he was gonna pass out, but he still said yes because he's desperate to keep me, Kelsey said, and I could hear the eye roll in her voice. The other day, he actually suggested we do a food truck catering station at the reception. Can you imagine? I shut that down real quick. Told him my dad would be embarrassed. The worst part? Her dad's a mechanic. We've had beers together. He loves my food truck. But seriously, Kelsey continued, 2 more months of playing the perfect bride. Then a year of playing house and I'm out. Maybe I'll meet someone at the country club where we're having the reception. Those membership fees must mean something, right? I stood there for what felt like hours, just listening to them tear apart every aspect of my life. My business, which puts me comfortably in the mid-5 figures. My apartment, which I bought with my own money. Even the damn engagement ring I spent months saving for. The ring's decent though, Paisley said. You could probably sell it after. Nah, I'll keep it, Kelsey replied. Trophy of my starter marriage. They all burst out laughing again. I don't know how I managed to keep my cool. I grabbed the beers, walked back outside, and kept grilling like nothing happened. Kelsey came over, wrapped her arms around me from behind, something she always does when she wants me to spend money on something, and asked if we could look at videographers. The expensive one she wanted had a cancellation. Whatever you want, babe, I said, and kissed her cheek. She beamed at me, probably thinking she had me wrapped around her finger. If she noticed my hands shaking slightly as I flipped the burgers, she didn't show it. The rest of the party was surreal. I watched her perform because that's what it was, a performance. The way she touched my arm when telling people about our plans, how she'd gush about the food truck business to my friends while shooting knowing looks at Paisley and Isabella. 3 years of memories started rewriting themselves in my head. Here's the thing, I'm not some pushover who's gonna cry about this for months. I've spent my life building things from nothing. Started my business with a used truck and my grandmother's recipes. Learned every lesson the hard way. And now I'm going to teach Kelsey a lesson about underestimating people. I've already started documenting everything. The full wedding expenses, all coming from my personal savings. The text messages where she tells her friends about her plans. The venue contract in my name. Everything. The wedding's in 2 months. The deposits are mostly refundable up to 30 days before. I've got some ideas about how this is going to play out, but I need to be smart about this. Strategic. She wants to play games? Fine, I'll play. But she's about to learn that this stepping stone is actually going to be the rock that sinks her whole plan. Once Loyal out. I'll update when I can. Update 1. Hey Reddit, It's been 2 weeks since my last post and things have escalated quickly. Thank you for all the support and advice. I've been carefully documenting everything while pretending everything's normal and holy. You wouldn't believe what I've discovered. Last night was the breaking point. I was sitting in our kitchen when Kelsey started FaceTiming with Paisley, completely forgetting I was there because she had her AirPods in. The conversation I overheard made my blood boil. God, Daniel is so clueless, Kelsey laughed. He just transferred another $8,000 for the catering deposit. Can you believe this idiot actually sold his project car to pay for my dream wedding? I kept quiet, recording everything on my phone. Then she dropped this bomb. Once this is done, I'll have the perfect Instagram wedding to launch my influencer career. Who needs a mechanic husband when you can leverage a fancy wedding into something better? Barry from marketing has already been DMing me about potential opportunities. My hands were shaking, but I maintained my composure. This wasn't just about the money anymore. She was already lining up her next target while spending my savings. The next morning, I started executing my plan. First, I went to our venue and had a heart-to-heart with the manager, Sarah. I showed her the texts and recordings. She was disgusted and agreed to help me. We're keeping the venue booked, but she's holding the deposit in escrow. If Kelsey tries to take over the booking after I leave her at the altar, she's in for a surprise. Then something interesting happened. Kelsey's sister Delilah reached out to me privately. Turns out she suspected something was off about her sister for a while. She showed me screenshots of Kelsey's private Instagram story where she's been posting hints about upgrading your life and using what you've got to get what you want. Real classy stuff. Daniel, I love my sister, but what she's doing is wrong. Delilah told me over coffee. She's been like this since high school, using people and discarding them. I'll back you up when everything goes down. The hardest part is acting normal. Yesterday, Kelsey threw a fit because I suggested scaling back the flower budget. She screamed about how I was ruining her special day and stormed out to stay with Paisley. The old me would have apologized and given in. Instead, I used the time alone to make some moves. Contacted all vendors, explained the situation. Most were surprisingly understanding. Got agreements in writing to refund deposits. Moved my savings to a new bank account she doesn't know about. Found all the receipts for wedding expenses, almost $23,000 so far. Discovered she's been secretly filming wedding planning content for a future YouTube channel called Kelsey's Luxury Life, while telling me she wants a private, intimate ceremony. The real kicker? I found her diary. Yes, she still keeps one, hidden in her desk drawer while looking for insurance papers. The things she's written about me. Daniel's so pathetically in love with me, he'll never see it coming. And his stupid car collection had to go anyway. Who wants to be married to a guy who spends weekends working on cars? She came home this morning acting like nothing happened, talking about cake tastings and tablecloth colors. I smiled and nodded, knowing that in 6 weeks she'll learn what it feels like to lose everything you've invested in. Some developments I didn't expect. Her friend Isabella reached out to warn me, too late honey, because Kelsey apparently has a history of doing this. My sister caught Kelsey flirting with Barry at the grocery store. Kelsey's been telling people I'm controlling because I wanted to see the vendor contracts. She's already bought a backup dress with my credit card that I'm disputing. I've got everything documented. Photos, videos, screenshots, receipts. The wedding's still on track as far as she knows, but I've got something special planned for the big day. No violence, no crazy scenes, just pure calculated comeuppance. The best part? She's been pushing to add more expensive touches because it's just a few thousand more. Little does she know those contracts are in her name now. When I don't show up, she is on the hook for every penny. I've stopped wearing my engagement ring when she's not around. It's a small thing, but it helps remind me that I'm almost free. 6 more weeks of playing the eager groom. Then she'll learn what happens when you mistake kindness for weakness. Thanks for letting me vent. Reddit. Next update will probably be after the wedding. Wish me luck. I'm gonna need it to keep my cool until then. Update 2. This morning was surreal. I woke up at 6 a.m., made coffee, and sent the mass text I'd prepared weeks ago. A simple video compilation of Kelsey's conversations with Paisley and Isabella discussing their stepping stone plan, followed by screenshots of their group chat where they joked about upgrading to richer guys after the wedding. I sent it to both our families, the wedding party, and our closest friends. Then I turned off my phone and went to the gym. By the time I got back home around 9 a.m., all hell had broken loose. My sister Delilah was blowing up my backup phone, the one only she knew about, with live updates from the church. OMG bro, Kelsey's mom is screaming at her in the bridal suite, like full-on banshee mode. She keeps yelling, "How could you be so stupid to get caught?" Not even mad about what Kelsey did, just mad she got exposed. I sat on my couch, drank my protein shake, and watched everything unfold through Delilah's texts. Apparently Kelsey first tried claiming the video was edited or taken out of context. That defense crumbled when Isabella, trying to save her own reputation, immediately threw her under the bus and confirmed everything in the family group chat. The best part? Kelsey had convinced her parents to put their credit cards down as backing for a bunch of non-refundable deposits, promising to pay them back with our wedding money. They're out almost $30,000. Guess they shouldn't have trusted their daughter's get-rich-quick scheme. Around 10 a.m., Kelsey started calling me from different numbers. I didn't answer, but the voicemails were epic. "Baby, please, they don't understand our love. I was just joking with the girls. You can't do this to me. Do you know how much money my parents spent? I swear to God, Daniel, if you don't show up, I'll tell everyone you abused me." That last threat was particularly stupid since I'd been recording all our interactions for the past 2 months just in case. My favorite message came from Paisley. "You ruined her life. She had everything planned. She was going to get you to buy a house, then divorce you and get half in the settlement. Thanks for the confession, genius." 11 a.m., Delilah reports total chaos at the church. Half the guests have left. Kelsey's dad is having a meltdown about the credit card charges. Her mom is still screaming, but now at the wedding planner demanding refunds. Isabella and Paisley tried to sneak out, but got cornered by Kelsey's aunts, who are apparently very invested in the family's reputation in their community. The best moment. Kelsey in her $7,000 dress that I secretly canceled the payment for last week, running out to the parking lot screaming my name, mascara running down her face. She tried to drive to my house but forgot her car was at the salon. Had to watch her bridesmaids awkwardly pile her giant dress into an Uber. Delilah got it all on video. I did feel a tiny bit bad for the guests who traveled far, so I'd arranged for the reception venue to serve the food anyway, just as a regular lunch, no wedding stuff. Most people actually went and apparently had a great time gossiping about what happened. The open bar probably helped. It's now 6 p.m. My phone has 145 missed calls, mostly from Kelsey's family. Her sister keeps texting that Kelsey's totally breaking down and needs closure. Yeah, well, I needed a faithful fiancé, not a gold digger planning to rob me blind. The only slight hiccup: Kelsey's cousin Barry showed up at my house trying to act tough. I just replayed the video of Kelsey mocking his recent divorce on my doorbell camera. He left pretty quickly after that. I know some people might think leaving someone at the altar is cruel, but you know what's crueler? Planning to exploit someone's love for financial gain. Playing with their trust and future just to fund your lifestyle upgrade. At least I gave her the wedding day drama she clearly wanted, just not the kind she planned. Tomorrow I'm heading to my lake house for a week. Delilah's handling the fallout with family. She's enjoying it way too much. I've blocked Kelsey everywhere but kept her sister's number active, partly to stay informed, partly because watching Kelsey's perfect plan implode is oddly satisfying. Oh, and those wedding ring photos Kelsey posted all over Instagram? The diamond was cubic zirconia. I switched it months ago when I first overheard her plan. She spent 6 weeks bragging about her perfect 3-carat diamond to all her friends. Hope she didn't try to get it appraised for resale value. TLDR. Gold digger fiancé planned to use me for an expensive wedding and divorce settlement. I gathered evidence, exposed her to everyone, and left her at the altar. Now her family's drowning in debt, her friends abandoned her, and she's having a public meltdown. Don't play games with people's hearts. Final update. Thanks for all the support on my previous posts. It's been a week since I left Kelsey at the altar in Holy. The fallout has been nuclear. Grab your popcorn because this is a long one. First off, my phone has been blowing up nonstop. Kelsey's sister keeps sending me these desperate texts. She's losing it. Please just talk to her. And you've destroyed her life. I hope you're happy. Yeah, I am happy. The same sister who was laughing with Kelsey about their brilliant plan is now begging me to fix the mess they created. The morning after the wedding, Kelsey showed up at my house screaming like a banshee. I recorded everything on my doorbell camera. She was pounding on my door at 6 a.m. Mascara streaks down her face, still wearing part of her wedding dress now covered in dirt, shrieking that I had no right to humiliate her like this. My neighbor Barry called the cops, but she took off before they arrived. Remember Paisley and Isabella, her friends who were laughing about the scam? Well, everything's falling apart in their little circle too. Paisley's boyfriend saw the video I sent out and realized Paisley had been planning the same thing with him. He dumped her ass immediately. Isabella's husband is now questioning their entire relationship. Their whole gold digger club is imploding. But here's where it gets even better. Remember how Kelsey works at that real estate office? Well, she had a complete meltdown at work on Monday. Started screaming at her coworkers when they asked about the wedding, threw a stapler at her manager's head, and got herself fired on the spot. Her boss actually called me later to apologize. Turns out Kelsey had been telling everyone at work that my family money would let her quit soon anyway. Joke's on her, I built my business from scratch, and now she's unemployed with $30,000 in credit card debt from all the non-refundable deposits. The video evidence I sent to everyone, it's been making rounds in our social circle. Her parents watched her laughing about scamming me, planning to take me for everything I'm worth. Her dad, who I really liked, called me yesterday. He was crying, said he and her mom had sacrificed everything to put Kelsey through college, worked extra jobs to give her a good life, and now they can't even look at her. They're selling their car to help cover the wedding debt she racked up. Kelsey's been posting insane rants on social media trying to paint herself as the victim, but I've got screenshots of everything. Every time she posts some sob story, I just reply with her own words. My favorite is the video of her telling Paisley, "Daniel's just a stepping stone. Once the wedding's paid for, I'll find someone who actually matters." The best part? Her perfect backup plan is falling apart too. That rich guy she was planning to pursue after divorcing me, he saw the videos, actually messaged me on LinkedIn to thank me for the warning. Turns out she'd already been sending him flirty DMs while we were engaged. My sister Delilah is my hero through all this. She went to Kelsey's favorite bar last night and recorded her trying to spin some story about me being abusive. Delilah just played the wedding planning video where Kelsey's bragging about her scam on her phone. The entire bar turned on her. She tried to throw a drink at Delilah but slipped and fell face first into a table. Everything caught on video, now viral in our local Facebook groups. I almost feel bad about how thoroughly her life is crumbling. Almost. But then I remember sitting there at that barbecue hearing her laugh about using me, about how she was just tolerating my kisses and touch until she could upgrade to someone better. Every night I played along, laying next to her while she thought I was just her stupid piggy bank. Each time she kissed me and called me her soulmate while texting her friends about her exit strategy. The cherry on top. She can't even afford her apartment anymore without my help with the rent. Her roommate already posted on Facebook looking for someone to take over Kelsey's lease. Last I heard, she's moving back in with her parents who can barely look at her. Her mother told my mom she's not sure she'll ever be able to trust Kelsey again. People keep telling me I went too far, that I could have just broken up with her normally. But you know what? Actions have consequences. She played a stupid game and now she's winning stupid prizes. She didn't just try to scam me. She tried to humiliate me, to use me as a stepping stone while pretending to love me. So yeah, I made sure everyone knows exactly who she is. I'm doing fine, by the way. Business is actually up. Turns out people appreciate someone who stands up to scammers. I've got a vacation planned next month, paying for it with all the money I saved from canceling the honeymoon. To all the people who supported me through this, thank you. To Kelsey, who I know is probably reading this, I hope it was worth it. How's that for a stepping stone? Once loyal, signing off.